Hello, a Rosie math teacher coming at you from my third period accelerated 7th grade math class. We are talking about textbook page 167. It is lesson 10-2, complementary and supplementary angles. Let us begin with complementary angles. Guys, complementary angles are two angles that work together to create a right angle, as indicated by this little piece that turns it into a box. What do you notice about that box? Every single interior angle has 90 degrees, is made up of right angles. Now, to help you guys remember this, I want to ask you, would you be making a right choice or a wrong choice to give a friend a compliment instead of an insult? Would you be making a right choice or a wrong choice to be complimentary to your friend? You would be making a right choice. Can you associate the word right angle with its right to be complimentary to a friend instead of insulting them? Do you follow how that might help you remember that when you are being complimentary to someone, you are making a right angle kind of a choice? So in this case, we have written down the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B would equal 90 degrees. Now let me give you an example. If we said that the section marking angle B were worth, 2x plus 5, and section A was worth 2x, what equation could I write that would help me find the value of both angles if I wanted to find both? Who knows what I would write? Raise your hand and I will let you say it. Go ahead.
90 equals 2x plus 5 plus 2x.
Okay, I am going to put the 90 last just because most brains are used to doing that. Totally correct. Needs to equal 90. And go ahead and repeat the beginning of this.
2x plus 5 plus 2x.
Excellent. Now, the next step, guys, before I could solve that, what would I need to do with my 2x and 2x? Slide them together, add them together, and I would get how much x? 4x. So I would end up doing 4x plus 5 equaling 90. What would I then do to both sides? Subtract 5. What would I then do to both sides? Divide by 4. We're not going to do it. I just wanted to make sure you understood how to solve it, right? Then whatever value I got in place of x, what would I then do to find the measurement of angle A? I would multiply that value times what?
2.
Excellent. And if I needed the measurement of angle B, I would multiply that value times what?
2.
And then I would what?
Add 5.
Do I have any questions on how to find a missing complementary angle? What will they always add up to? 90 degrees. And they will always be a what angle?
Right angle.
A right angle. Remember, it's right to be complimentary to your friend rather than insult them. All right, now for this next one, supplementary angles. Do we agree a pair of supplementary angles would indeed form a straight angle?
Yes.
How many degrees are in a straight angle? Say it with me. 180. Have you ever heard the expression in life, hey, so-and-so was going down a path of making a lot of bad choices in life, and they have turned their life around and made a 180. Have you heard that expression before? Okay, what does it mean? They were facing a direction not so good. Now they are facing a direction that is good and making much better choices in life. We call it doing a what? 180. So let that help you remember that sometimes when someone is doing a 180, do they sometimes need a little supplementary help from others? Yes. Now, if it's an issue where they have an addiction, they might need supplementary help by going somewhere to help them with that. Or if it's just a matter of they used to only eat junk food, they used to never work out, and they've done a 180, and now they're eating healthy foods, and they're working out, and they're taking supplements that will help them be even healthier. Have you heard of supplements? Okay, so think about, I'm going to ask you to think about it in the way of you were making unhealthy choices for what you were doing to your body. Now you're going to make healthy choices, and you're going to also use some healthy supplements, vitamins, that sort of thing. So when you think of supplementary angles, I want you to think of how that would be like taking supplements or getting supplementary help to turn your life around and to do a 180. Do you feel like that's going to help you guys? Okay, now let's do a practice one for this. So let's pretend for a moment that my value of C is actually just X. And let's pretend that my value of D is 2X minus, you know what? No, I'm going to make it plus. Pretend that it is 2X plus 50. All right, so what would I do if I were trying to write an equation for these two? Now, are these complementary angles or supplementary angles? Supplementary, excuse me, supplementary angles. And remember, I had you guys write earlier that the measure of angle C, this one, plus the measure of angle D, this one, equals what total? 180. Raise your hand if you can tell me an equation I could write that would be like an answer on part A on today's work. Go ahead.
X plus 2x plus 50 equals 180.
X plus 2x plus 50 equals 180. And then I need to combine like terms before I would enter this in my answer space. Who can tell me what I will rewrite underneath that?
3x plus 50.
Okay, go ahead. 3x plus 50, still equaling what?
180.
180. Any questions on what I would do there? What would I do to both sides? Subtract 50 on both sides, then divide by 3 on both sides. All right, I do want to show you one item before I let you get started on your own. When you get to item online, it's not number 11, but this item that is number 11 on your textbook page, some kids were struggling with earlier. So let me just remind you of what you're looking at. Do you agree that this part in the road map, the green line, is a what?
Straight.
A straight angle. So how many degrees go from here to here?
180.
180. So what do you immediately see you would be able to write as an equation to represent these supplementary angles? You could write, go ahead and say it if you know.
180 minus x plus 50.
Okay, I am really glad we're having this conversation. So on your assignment today, you guys are so smart. You realize right away, hey, I could do 180 minus 72 equals x plus 4. They're going to count you wrong because they want you to come up with an equation in algebraic form where somebody would need to solve to find the value of x. So let's do these two pieces, these supplementary angles with what symbol in between them? Look back to what you wrote earlier. Remember that you wrote, you want to base all of your equations on the formula I gave you here. The measure of this angle plus the measure of this angle equals 180. You want your equation to end with equals 180. So what could I begin this equation with?
72 plus x plus 4.
Love it. Now, would they be happy with you leaving it like this?
No.
No. What do you think they want you to do next?
Add 72 and 4.
Excellent. Which would be?
76.
76 plus what?
X.
Excellent. Equals
180.
180. Do I have any further questions? All right. I hope this helps. You may begin.